Question.
And hello, welcome back to True Ambition Fitness. So today we got blind focus, and in this one it's going to be a Q&A. I'm getting down into depth into some questions that have been asked to me. Actually, I went out to social media asking everybody else out there, what questions do you have for the visually impaired? Seriously, when you see somebody walking down the street, what comes to your mind? What do you think? So in this video, I'm going to answer some of those questions. If you're curious, go and stay tuned to True Ambition Fitness.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. Okay, the first question that I had asked to me was, what is the most awkward question that you've actually been asked since you've lost your eyesight? And I have 3 answers. First answer was a little story I want to tell you. See, I was working out at the gym, and it was actually right after New Year's, and the owner of my gym had a New Year's party going on over in the CrossFit area, like the multi-purpose area. But I was over in the weightlifting area, lifting some heavy weight like I normally do. And I happened to have been there with my buddy Paul. So we're sitting there, we're lifting weight, going back and forth, going back and forth. It's chest day, getting a good swell on. This drunk individual comes up and he starts poking me, and he's like, hey, what's wrong with this guy? He starts messing with me. I'm just like, you know what, I don't care. I'm lifting some heavy weight, I'm focused. My buddy's just like, hey, leave him alone. And I'm like, no, leave him be, he's drunk. And I mean, you could smell the alcohol on his breath. Holy cow. So what ended up happening was he comes up to me, he's like, hey you, can you see? I'm like, no. I'm still lifting the weight as I'm talking to him. And he goes, hey you, can you see my daughter's right here, so I'll use the word genitalia. He used a more vulgar term, let's put it that way. And my response was, well, nobody can. Yeah, he got a little mad about that. But yeah, so that was probably one of the most awkward questions asked to me. It was by a drunk individual, so it kind of makes sense, right? One of my buddies, Michael, was asked by his girlfriend's father, can blind people even kiss? And his response was, why do you think your daughter's with me? So there we go with that one. And then there was also one of the most popular questions for us, and it's one of the most awkward questions too. Hold on 1 second. I have to ask my daughter to leave the room for a second. Okay, one of the most awkward questions is, can you have sex? Can you get it on? Can you get your freak on? Well, yes. In fact, the most common answer for that is, yes, we can do it just like you, but the lights are out. So, boom, there you go. Simple enough.
Question number 2.
That's right, question number 2. Okay, question number 2 is, how do we do things like normal people do? Like everyday things. For instance, go to the restroom, cook, watch TV, stuff like that. Well, going to the restroom is pretty simple. If there's water, I aim for it. Put it that way. Or let's actually put it this way. It's just as simple as, say, you would do, but a little intoxicated. Okay? I don't get that question. It's really easy to go to the restroom. Anybody can do it. Just sit down and go. Boom. Or some other things. I'll get more into depth into that when, well, she ain't here. Okay, so then cooking. How do we cook? Well, cooking is simple. Okay, it's a little bit difficult. Let's put it this way. Burning the food happens sometimes, but you figure out how to do it and you figure out how to adapt. Biggest thing is everything needs to be timed. So we have timers. My iPhone, actually, I just say, oh, let me show you here. My watch, just say, turn on timer, and it turns it on. So it's simple. Technology helps us out there. But then there's this thing called puffy paint. You put it on the actual oven or something like that, and it just tells me, I put it on, say, every 50 degrees. So I know every 50 degrees, it's 50 degrees warmer in the oven. So it's really simple, really easy, and it's not too hard. I also have it on the microwave, and then there's also the TV. How do I operate the TV? Well, it's pretty dang simple. It's just numbers. You just gotta remember where the buttons are. Just think of it this way. I have to adapt the way that I would do things just to do the normal stuff that you would do. I've just had to adapt to do it a different way, okay?
Question number 3.
Question number 3. Okay, so this is probably the most asked question in general when it comes to blindness. Do your senses get heightened or better? Like, do you feel like, you know, you're Superman, the Daredevil, some sort of superhero? No, they do not get heightened. In fact, that is probably the most misconceived question when it comes to blindness. Like it's literally, do you understand how this works? Okay, so yes, my senses do become more aware of what's going on. I do become more into my other senses, but they don't become heightened. See, in my case, I have some bad hearing, so I focus more on my smell, touch, and stuff like that. But you also have to think of it this way. A sighted person, they can break down their senses into 60, 12, 12, 12, and 4. The reason I say that, 60% of your senses is sight. You literally use your sight for almost everything. Think of it that way, because I mean, you walk down the street, you're going to adapt to something before it even comes close because you saw it coming. In my case, I use my hearing, smell, and touch before I use even, well, taste. Taste really doesn't count into anything. That's the 4, by the way. Okay, so your sense of smell, in my case, is probably the thing that I notice the most because, well, my hearing was already kind of bad beforehand, but the smell, I mean, okay, I'm gonna say something. Please don't take this to any offense, anybody. Go take a shower right now, please. Seriously, because when I'm at the gym, holy cow, that's probably the thing that drives me crazy. Oh man, there's some smelly people out there. So go take a shower, I'll wait. Okay, we're back. Seriously, holy cow, y'all smell. Then there is hearing. Hearing, my daughters hate it because I can hear them 2 rooms away doing something. But the thing is, I'm just more aware of that sense. So I can hear them doing whatever. Like right now, I can hear my daughter when I asked her to be quiet while filming this over there coloring on pieces of paper, and I don't know if the mic is picking it up. Oh, that's right, I got you. Okay, but okay, no, seriously. They don't become heightened, I just become more aware of what is going on. That simple.
Question number 4.
That's right, question number 4. Okay, so here is probably the most down-to-earth, emotional question that I have had asked. This is asked to most of those who have lost our eyesight, not who are born without our eyesight. And that question is, what do you miss the most? What do I miss the most about being a sighted person or an individual? Well, in my case, the thing that I miss the most is being able to see my daughters and my wife. And it's not necessarily the fact that I can see them, it's that emotional connection you get from using your eyesight. You don't realize it until you've lost it. It's the thing when you look at something and you feel this emotional pressure that, like when that heart of yours just starts beating because you know you're happy, joyful, or something like that, just by looking at someone. You know, that's probably the thing I miss the most, is being able to just look into my wife's eyes before we go to sleep at night. Or being able to look at my daughters, watching them grow, become women that I hopefully someday will enjoy seeing. But that is not the biggest thing. It's that emotional connection that you get from looking into someone's eyes. That's probably the thing that I miss the most. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna be able to see my daughters grow up, you know, get married, graduate, but I sure as heck will be there. But there's still that emotional connection that you will miss from it. That's okay. I've learned to accept it and learned how to adapt to it in certain ways. I still will be able to hear it. I still will be able to feel it. I still will be able to do any other thing. Sight is just, it's there. As I always tell some people, I'm not disabled, I'm determined. Or I'm not handicapped, I'm handy-capable. I got this. I am not gonna let this hold me back. And that's probably the thing I miss the most though, is being able to see my family, the loved ones that I have come to love.
Question number 5.
Yeah, that's right. Question number 5. Okay, this question comes from one of my Instagram followers, and she had just asked what happened to that person. When she sees somebody walking down the street that's visually impaired, what thought came to her mind was, how did that happen? What is going on with this person, you know? Why are they, you know, the way that they are? And actually, I want to take that question and do a completely different video on it. I'm actually going to break it down into different reasons and why some of us might be the way we are. Not all of us could see before. Some of us are born that way. Some of us only had our eyesight for a couple years, many years. Who knows? You do not know their story. So I'm actually going to break that down for you. Some of you out there probably know my story if you've seen my videos in the past. But okay, you know what, everybody? If you like this video, comment below. If you have any more questions, comment below. Seriously, I love hearing what you guys say. And also, please follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm also on Blab and Periscope. I'm all over the social media platforms. Seriously, just look up True Ambition Fitness on any of those, and you will definitely find me. Okay, hey everybody, as I finish every video, please go out there, be ambitious, have a great day, and I will catch you next time.
Cut!
Later.